Talkative friend Luna. I will be turning off the chat again today. I do not want to be distracted while I am reading the cards. So if you come in later, so on and so forth, if it seems like I'm ignoring the chat, I just turn it off. I'll turn it on in like one of my other readings, but look, I forgot to do my homework today. It was supposed to start yesterday, if I'm being honest. And certain things that I needed to do this morning, now I'm kind of like pushing it back to this evening. Thankfully, it will all get done, but I do want to go ahead and do your guys' reading, Sagittarius, your love reading, before I get back to doing what I need to do. So, without further ado, not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. I'm going to be using the Hidden Truth Tarot. Again, not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. So, love reading for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time? What does Sagittarius need to know at this time? The word that popped into my mind was money. Your mind is on your money. Money is on your mind. But there's an imbalance between money and love here. Some of you could be rebuilding. Others of you, it's more of like there's an underlying issue here. All right, jumping in. You are the best thing in my life. So somebody from the past is still reminiscing about how you were the best. For some of you, it could have been a one-night stand thing, or maybe it was like a situationship, but somebody from a situationship is still thinking about you, a past relationship, or maybe this is like a recent hookup thing. But they are thinking about you at this time and how you laid it down on them. I'm not going to get in your business though, but look at this. I remember every detail of that day. This is how they feel. This is how they feel. So this is definitely somebody from the past though. I hid behind material things. It does feel like an FU because it's like this person keeps betraying themselves. They keep lying to themselves about what they actually want in life, what they actually want out of a relationship, what they keep having the excuse of, or maybe this could be you as well, who's evading love, where it's just like, let me get my money together, let me get my money together, you and or them. So in this particular situation, it can go either way, but energetically speaking, spiritually speaking, it does feel like it's a cop-out when it comes down to true love energy. What I heard was collect. Somebody's trying to collect something, whatever that's supposed to mean. Be careful out here, Sagittarius. Be careful. All the cards fell. Wait a minute. I say all the cards, but I hid who I really am from you. This is how this goes hand in hand. This person is hiding behind material things. They're hiding behind excuses. They kept making different excuses to not level up in their life. And this was dragging you down. I want to be more than friends, so this came out in reverse. So where in the past they had hope when it came down to, oh, maybe we'll move out of the friend zone or something like that. I don't see it moving out of the friend zone. I feel like, I feel like overall in this particular situation, they're confusing themselves. Like, what do you want? We both know I'm not the one for you. This person seems very insulting. Can I say that? Like, not only do you not know what you want, now they're trying to drag you into their excuses. But I thought it was about the car. I thought you were trying to fix your car. This is what I'm hearing. Oh, but I thought you were trying to save up for a child. I thought you were trying to save up for your dreams. But now all of a sudden, like, they couldn't do what they wanted to do because that don't make no sense. Okay. I want to tell you how I feel. I'm so attracted to you. This person is coming through as very superficial, somebody that you dealt with in the past. They are still attracted to you, so there might still be some heat here. But overall, it does seem like, yeah, superficial. I wish I could take back my words, but I feel like this is something that is really deep in the subconscious with this person. And for some of you, you may have attracted this person through some veil, through some resonance here. Not entirely, because we all evolve, but if somebody's choosing not to evolve, they're choosing to just pour all of their emotions and feelings and everything else into gaining assets, gaining money. So when are you supposed to live? When are you supposed to be about the journey of love and, you know, being emotional with those around you? This, to some extent, could be a message for some of you Sagittarians as well, as what I'm getting. But here we go. The oracle message for you guys as well is laugh at your demons. Laugh at your demons. You're allowed to make mistakes. But I think some people are going to try to trip you up with that coming up. That's what I got intuitively and instinctually. What else when it comes down to the divine energy oracle messages? Change tracks. You may not know where to change tracks is what I'm getting. For some of you, you could have been in a relationship for a long time. And Sagittarians can find, just like Pisces almost, you guys can find yourselves, now this is pertaining to the past, okay? You could have found yourself in a situation where you couldn't find a way out, whether it was resources, you couldn't rely on family, friends have their own life, you didn't want to burden anyone if you tried to start over, or maybe this is potentially what you're dealing with at this time. If you're dealing with a partner, especially if this is like a heterosexual relationship, what I'm getting is they're thinking outside of the relationship. Uranus is now in your 7th house, so there are challenges now presenting themselves. And I don't say this particularly in a bad sense, because you need to recognize what's going on so you can work your way out of whatever is puzzling you in, boxing you in, confusing you, siphoning your energy. Instead of pouring into you, they're taking your energy and pouring it into something else. It could even be their fantasies, their imagination. There's somebody who doesn't want to be friends with someone else. Maybe for some of you who are very intuitive, it's like you're waiting for someone to cheat on you for you to finally have the courage to get out of something. That's not for all of you, even if like you're coming in here later. But it's like you're trying to find this excuse. Live your soul, not your role. But you do need to change tracks. Bottom of the deck. Take the lead. I think life itself is calling for Sagittarians to take the lead. So what I'm also getting is your greatest weakness is your greatest strength. Let me get one more card with it. It also says grieve your losses. So some of you could have gone through some losses recently, you and or a partner for some of you. So let's dig into this confusing energy a little bit with you were the best thing in my life. I remember every detail of that day. Clarification, please, for Sagittarius. It says face your adversities, but I'm going to put it back real quick. It wasn't very clear. But that message is for someone. Shine your light. So what I'm getting from this card is maybe a relationship didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. But in this circumstance, the universe is saying you still need to shine your light. From the situation that broke your heart in the past, confused you, for some of you, if you're still in this, shining your light is going to be your protection. But how much have you closed yourself off from other people? So there is a catch-24 going on here. So what did this start out as a subconscious self prophecy in a negative sense. This is kind of like what I'm tuning into a little bit. There's certain waves where it's just like, oh, I knew this was going to happen and it's not the best, or I don't know, the universe wants you to change that. The universe is just like, it's time for you to take control of your mind and the energy that goes alongside it. And yes, sometimes it does feel like you are consistently hitting your head against a brick wall until you're just like, oh wait, I need to pivot. Oh wait, I know that the universe has my back. So this is a combination between love, relationships, and your mind at this point in time. Let me get a clarification on, I want to tell you how I feel. I hid who I really am from you. Let's get a clarification from the Oracle message for Sagittarius, and then we're going to go through the Aries and Pisces. Ooh. Accept what is dying. Somebody was never given closure, but I feel like in this situation, you have to give yourself closure. You have to find the goodness of what you bring to the table. You know how some people say, especially writers, where you have to write so much for you to find your own voice? This is the position you're in right now in life, where there are certain things that are not meant for you in the long run. But I feel like this is like for if you're in a heterosexual relationship, you would know this. Okay? But I also feel like somebody from the past, regardless of your sexuality, they're also thinking of this as well. Some kind of relationship from the past is failing. Like the universe wants you to understand this right now, and they're thinking of you. So maybe not this year, maybe not in the next 2 years, but some shape, form, or fashion, some like it in X or the X, or I don't know who that would be, is going to come back around and tell you, hey, I shouldn't have done that to you. Embrace your power. Okay. Let's get into the cards. Aries, from Aries to Pisces, who Sagittarius could be dealing with, and if they are dealing with them, what's up? What's the clarifications with them? Okay. Sagittarius dealing with Aries. Sagittarius dealing with Aries at this time. 2 cards. 3 cards. 5 of Pentacles, the Justice card, and 6 of Wands. So 2 storylines. One, some of you could have gotten a divorce from an Aries. They are financially going through it, or you're going through it financially because of this divorce, and or there's a new Aries that's coming through. They are a business person. They're looking at different types of documentations. It's like they're trying to flirt with you through different finances that you have or what they have. You need to vet this person even more, especially due to this Justice card energy here. Let's see. And if somebody's like saying something in the comments, I cannot see it on my end. I kind of like muted it for now. So I know I've been like attracting trolls, but like that's normally what happens when you're like a new channel anyway. So if anyone's just like, hey, somebody's saying something about you, I can't see it. I know, I knew they were a distraction by the time they came. But if you're saying hello in the chat, hello, welcome. All right. Sagittarius dealing with Taurus. Sagittarius dealing with Taurus. 2 cards. We have the World card, and we also have the Knave of Swords. This person is spying on you from the past. I can't show you the cards because they're explicit. But this person is spying on you from the past. They want to know who you're with. They want to get close and personal with you. It's almost giving stalker, but I don't think they're going to do anything. I think they're just going to watch from afar. This person does miss you sensually, but this person, what I'm getting is they also hid behind material things. They weren't living up to their higher self is what I'm getting. I also feel like this person was a player anyway. So it's very much giving they want what they can't have, or they want what they can no longer have, and you just need to laugh at your demons because of that. And it's just like, oh man, I got hung up on that weirdo. Yeah. This person could have been in your life for a while, actually. For some of you, not all of you. If you're worried if they're going to do what they did to you to someone else, I'm sorry to say that's not up to you. That's not up to you. The best thing you can do is protect yourself. There's a lot of cards that fell. I'm going to put them, excuse me. I'm going to put them back in the deck. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that it's just not up to you. Okay. But I do feel like they're going to try to make you jealous through a different type of partnership. So try not to look at their social media coming up. It's just not worth it. If Sagittarius is dealing with a Gemini, we have King of Swords. If you just recently started dating this person, talking to this person, what I'm getting is like they want to rule over you. I don't know if they have the money to do all that. That's what I'm getting instinctually. I don't know if they have all the money to be doing that. And even if they did, there's something where it's like somebody you're dealing with, they like to degrade the other person. Let me get another card for Sagittarius dealing with Gemini. Yeah. I think this person also takes advantage. So that's one of the Geminis that you could be dealing with. Another Gemini of yours. Just be careful. They are offering like a couple. Interesting. If you're dealing with a Gemini, be careful. This cup of love may have some strings attached, but you don't know where those strings go, where they're coming from, so on and so forth. All right. If you're dealing with a Cancer, we have the 10 of Wands here. Burdens when it comes down to legalities. Now, they could be in the legal system, you could be in the legal system. I don't really know what that's about, but there's some kind of burden here. It almost feels like an escape. I don't know what that escape is, but like there's an escape energy. Somebody wants a new beginning. So what I'm getting though, it's temporary, whatever that is. If you're dealing with a Cancer, okay, there's something here where it's temporary. All right. If you're dealing with a Leo, we got 2 cards. Okay. We have the 8 of Wands, and we also have your card, the Temperance. They're all about you, honey. Okay. Man or woman, if you're dealing with a Leo, they're all about you. If you were worried if they still wanted to deal with an ex, they do not. This is the Death card. They don't want to have anything to deal with an ex, so on and so forth. They're done with them. They're completely done. Or that ex-partner, it's mutual. Neither one of them, I feel, want to deal with the other person. They're like, oh, heck no. I don't want to deal with you. That's what I'm getting. But if you're dealing with a Leo, even if it's a new Leo, it's looking good. I do feel like they want to move a little fast, so you are in control. Take the lead, okay? If you feel like things are going too fast, slow it down. If things are going too slow, I don't think so. I think right now you and Leo are really like fanning the flames of one another. Okay. Now if you're dealing with a Virgo, if Sagittarius is dealing with a Virgo. 2 of Wands here, so you guys could be in the talking stage right now. Some of you guys could be flirting with a few Virgos. Goodness. Could be 2 or more. I don't know, Sagittarius. I don't know your roster. That's none of my business. But what I am getting is that it's a nice talking stage here. If you even believe in the talking stage. I feel like if one person wants to go faster than the other, it is available. Make sure it's consensual, obviously, of course. What I'm getting here is like the smoking gun. I don't know what that analogy is about, but we have like this pew pew over here. So something here about the smoking gun. Or something about like a, you know, the shotgun wedding? Is that it? I don't really get shotgun wedding though. What I'm getting is somebody wanting to go fast here. But there is a warning. It's kind of like financially as well. So if you are having or looking at your finances intensely at this time and you're dealing with a Virgo, something about it is going hand in hand at this time. So let's say you have been very analytical with your finances. I feel like being with this Virgo, when things are good, your finances are good. When things are low, your finances are also low. So you're pretty enmeshed with certain Virgos at this time. I don't really know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. There needs to be some buoyancy here. Let me get another card if you're dealing with a Virgo. We have the Moon card. I can't show you the card because, again, it's explicit. Again, you might have a roster with certain Virgos. You could have different like water placements. You could have even more fire placements. That's also, or like Aries, that's attracting these Virgos into your life at this time. But you know what I got? How you start is how you finish. Notification, a tick on my end. So take heed. So I'm not saying like it's gonna end tomorrow, next week, next year. I'm not saying none of that. Have fun. For sure, stay protected. Keep your best interests close to your chest. If somebody does want to deepen the connection, again, how you start is how you finish. That is the main message if you're dealing with a Virgo at this time. All right. If you're dealing with a Libra, okay, here we go. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Okay, this is nice. This is really nice. So getting to know one another. Seems like there's a good sensual mix here. What else am I getting with this? There's something about cooking, though. Maybe you live with this person. Maybe you've been in a long term relationship or situationship with a Libra. For now, it's looking good. So if it's a situationship, I do feel like it's more of like the Three of Wands energy, where it's like when you can see each other, you guys are like all over each other. And then for others of you, if you've been in a connection with the Libra for a while, if things were rocky in the past, it does look like things are going to start steadying out again. Okay. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, if Sagittarius is dealing with a Scorpio, we have Judgment. I can't show you the card. But with Judgment, I think there's just a lot of really important things going on between you and a Scorpio right now. So the entity of the relationship is fine, but I believe that you both are potentially called to do something very important with your lives right now. I can pull another card. Of course, I can pull another card. It's just like, I am busy listening to God, listening to Judgment. If you're dealing with a Scorpio. So it's pretty good. I do feel like the relationship itself might feel a little neglected at this time, but I don't think anything bad is happening. I don't even think it's boring. I think both of you have very important roles in life right now. Something about the sword of truth and feathers. Something about the sword and truth and feathers, like the heart of a feather. Okay. So as both of you are going throughout your journey at this time, make sure both of your hearts are as light as a feather. When things start getting a little heavy, you both have to remind each other like, hey, this is what we're doing. Hey, we're on the same team. So very mature coming through if you're dealing with a Scorpio. Very mature. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sagittarius with a Sagittarius, what it do? King of Pentacles. I don't know. Does that seem enticing to you? If you're dealing with another Sagittarius, I don't know. I feel like both of you are mirroring what you potentially don't really like about one another. Because this isn't so, hey, I'm happy to see you. This is like, oh, hey, I want to go lay down or something. Or maybe some of you who aren't established yet in a relationship, it's like one of them is excited to see the other and the other one is like very coy. They're not They're not present. They're here, but they're not present. Let me get another card for Sagittarius dealing with a Sagittarius. Both of you also fixating on your money at this time. Okay, Knave of Wands, immature communication between you or both. So this could be a temporary thing. I don't see it lasting a long time, unfortunately, or for both of you, one of you, you're just like, okay, thank God. So, oh, there could potentially be another party here, or both of you have a roster. So, hey, look, again, none of my business. I'm getting out of it. All right. Okay. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, these cards are ready. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, ooh, the emotional manipulation, someone trying to get into the other's thoughts, but both of you are obsessed with one another. You are them. Something's one-sided. I don't know about that. I'll show you the cards, but I gotta cover these up a little bit. Does that look loving? Does that look, I don't know. I don't know. This feels very one-sided, and if somebody is going along with it, it's temporary. Something's moving very slowly, or someone is procrastinating knowing what they should be doing or should have done. I don't know. I kind of get an ick factor with this one. Someone's it's the whole I'm trying to get in your head for me. But there's no true romance. It's just like temporary lust. It's not love. Seven of Chalices is not about like, oh, I'm ready to commit 100%. No, it's all about emotional confusion. It's all about spiritual confusion. Like just something's like not right. The Four of Swords here, again, it's just like something's not clicking in the mind of the other. It's just, so with the Capricorn, it's a no. The Capricorn, it's a no. All right. If Sagittarius is dealing with an Aquarius, let's see. Eight of Pentacles, it's you or the other person. Again, back with the finances. You or this Aquarius is completely detached. One person is trying to offer love to the other. It could, if you have Aquarius placements as well, the message is still the same. Well, if no one's going to budge, if you're in a long-term relationship with this Aquarius, what it's saying is both of you are unsatisfied, but I don't think anything's happening to the relationship. I don't think anybody's breaking up. I don't think anybody's like trying to think outside the box or of the relationship. Somebody's mind is on finances, somebody's mind is on the other person, and then by the time like it switches, then that person is like on you, and then your mind is like on finances. It's just, let me pull another card if you're dealing with an Aquarius. Very lackluster. I mean, it could just be a thing, even if this is a marriage. Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse, so what I'm also getting is no sex. Neither one of you or one of you hasn't felt comfortable or safe or ready to be with the other person. They don't want to be with the other person. They're all in their mind that like they can't, somebody can't turn the switch on. It's just, maybe it's the season. Wait 8 days, wait 8 weeks, something like that. Or maybe this has been going on for a while, where the other person is just distracted. If you're thinking this person is having an affair, no. I mean, like, this card's in reverse. Like, this would technically be some version of, like, a cheater energy, right? But it's in reverse. So, like, nothing's happening. I don't think the other person is like punishing the other person for like not being intimate with them, but I do just feel like, and I do feel like you guys are attracted to one another. It's just meh. We could do this, but meh. Oh, we could do this, but meh. That's kind of what it's giving. Maybe both of you are also having a really hard time with work at the same, like there's so much work, or there's like incompatible different timelines going on. So it's just, again, I don't see like the relationship in danger. It's just nothing's happening. All All right, so if you're dealing with a Pisces, Sagittarius dealing with a Pisces, it's too many cards. Sagittarius dealing with a Pisces, so on and so forth, even if you're cross-watching. I don't know why I need to say that, but it came through. Like if you're a Pisces trying to look in on a Sagittarius, I don't know. The Knave of Chalices in reverse. Am I holding this? No, I'm holding it upside down. Okay, that makes sense. The Knave of Chalices in reverse, if there was a third party, I don't think that third party is there anymore. But this person was jealous anyway. This person was full of misunderstandings. Like they had some issues. I'm not saying like the Pisces was. It's some kind of third party. Friends, somebody on the roster, an ex, a family person, ex, connection, family knows this person. I don't know. This person was jealous. Oh my gosh. You know what I just got? For some of you, it could have been a family member. Mental. This person is mental. Okay. Anyway. Or like this Pisces had somebody who was mental in their family and like, did they mess the whole thing up? But I also feel like if that's the circumstance here, you have exposed it or the situation has been exposed, but it's going to be a while for this person to move on. So don't wait up. Hold on. Yeah, don't wait up. It may hurt, detox. Do what you got to do to, let it go with love, but no. All right. A separate message if you're dealing with a Pisces. Let's see. Separate message if you're dealing with a Pisces. Okay. If this is a new Pisces, it's giving 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Cute. I think right now it's a very natural start. Both of you seem compatible, or maybe like you have like a Sagittarius moon rising, or like they have like a Pisces moon or rising or something like that. I don't know. But there is some emotional fulfillment here. Okay, at least for the start of it, there is a rebirth. I'm looking at the pomegranates down here. So there is something you need to take heed of, or you need to watch your finances coming up for this relationship to still stay afloat. I'm not saying like something is detrimental, but you know how some people are when like their finances start to take a dip. It's kind of like they start lashing out on the other person, you and or them. We have the Star card at the bottom of the deck. So there is healing going on if you are in a partnership, if you are in a relationship at this time. Healing will commence, a new beginning will commence, but you do need to have new honest communication. I think Sagittarius, you're coming through as a shy communicator, woman or man, and or if you are gender fluid, so on and so forth. You might need to open up a little bit. But if somebody gets rejected in this circumstance, like say for instance, like you're single, rejection is God's protection. And if you don't believe in God, go along with it. Go along with, I don't know any other pun to say. When you find one that rhymes, send it my way. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for stopping by, trusting me with your cards and all that jazz. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good night, morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you watch it again, so on and so forth. And I will talk to you guys